Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
All right, let's talk about something huge. We're diving into the high-stakes, high-reward world of U.S. government contracting. And it's this world of just incredible opportunity, but it is also filled with a ton of complexity and risk. Okay, listen to this quote. A revenue grew $26.8 million in 4 years on the GSA schedule program. I mean, can you imagine unlocking that kind of growth? And look, this isn't some made-up number. It's a real result from a real business that figured out how to navigate the federal marketplace. The potential is it's staggering, but it all comes back to one big question, right? How? Well, the answer really starts with this number, $220 billion. Let that sink in. That's how much the federal government spends every single year through what's called the General Services Administration, or the GSA. We're talking about one of the most lucrative places to sell your products and services on the entire planet. So, how can your business get a piece of that massive pie? That is exactly what we're going to break down today. And for a lot of companies, the path to getting that slice, it involves a very specific, and let me tell you, a very powerful tool. And that tool, it's the GSA schedule contract. You should really think of it as the key that unlocks this huge $220 billion door to selling to the U.S. government. So what is this thing really? Well, a GSA schedule contract is basically a long-term deal that puts your company on like a VIP list of trusted vendors. It really is like having a fast pass out of an amusement park. Government agencies can just buy from you super easily because they already know your prices are fair and that you've been thoroughly checked out. It just screams, hey, we're credible and we're ready for business. Okay, so if you're a business owner and you want to sell to the government, you basically have two choices. You're at a fork in the road. You can go down the structured path with the GSA, or you can head out into what's pretty much the wild west of the open market. And when you put these two paths side by side, wow, the difference is just night and day. On one hand, the GSA route, it's a much more protected space. We're talking way less competition, super fast sales cycles, usually under 30 days, and the chance for a contract that lasts up to 20 years, that's stable, right? Venue. Now, the open market, it's the total opposite. It's a free-for-all. Tons of competitors, processes that can drag on for half a year, and zero guarantee you'll ever get another project. So this choice, it's not just about paperwork. It's a huge strategic decision between stability and, frankly, chaos, but you knew there was a but, right? Here's the catch. If the GSA path is so amazing, why doesn't every single business do it? Well, as Michael Price, the founder of MarketUS, puts it, getting into the GSA program is complicated, messy, painful, and stressful. And he's right. This isn't like filling out a simple online form. It's a gauntlet. So let's actually talk about that gauntlet. What does it really mean? It means a journey that is absolutely loaded with hurdles. We're talking time, we're talking money, and we're talking a mountain of paperwork. So let's get real about what this looks like. First off, you can be a startup. GSA has their new Springboard program. You used to have been in business for at least 2 years, not anymore. Then get ready to spend anywhere from 7 to 12 months, almost a full year, just on the award process. MarketUS clients get the secret sauce to speed up the process. And after all that waiting, all that work, there's a 60% chance you'll get rejected on your first try. MarketUS clients have a special guarantee. 60%. That is a massive gamble of your time and money before you've even gotten your foot in the door. But let's say you're one of the lucky ones. You get through. Well, get ready for what might be the most shocking fact of all. Look at this. A full 60% of businesses that get a GSA contract make absolutely $0 from it, unless they know the not-so-secret marketing trick. That's not a typo. So getting the contract doesn't mean the sales just start rolling in. It's not a golden ticket. It's just a license to hunt. And the work is just getting started. The compliance, the rules you have to follow, it's just immense. For instance, there's this thing called the price reductions clause. Basically, it means if you give a discount to any of your regular customers, you have to give the government that same discount or an even better one. Think about how that could totally mess with your pricing strategy. On top of that, you've got to make sure your products comply with the Trade Agreements Act. You have to hit a minimum of $25,000 in sales in your first 2 years. You pay an IFF fee on every GSA sale, and you have to be ready for an audit at any time. It is a constant, heavy administrative burden. And of course, all this costs money, a lot of money. You got your upfront costs, which can be anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000, a lot of which goes to consultants just to help you with the craziest and application process. And then once you have it, you're looking at another $15,000 to $30,000 every single year just for maintenance and compliance. We're talking about a serious financial investment before you've even made a penny in sales. Okay, so after hearing about the months of waiting, the high rejection rate, the zero sales, the compliance nightmare, and the huge costs, you're probably thinking, why on earth would anyone do this? And that's a fair question. The answer for the ones who actually make it work, the payoff. The return on investment is it's absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, check this out. A medical kits company, they put in about $400 the return, $48 million. That's a 7,610 to 1 ROI. Just incredible. How about a staffing company? They invested $12,000. They brought in $23 million in federal sales. That's a 1,920 to 1 return. And one more, an IT company. They put in $27,000, which is a pretty big investment. They generated $11 million in sales. Even at that level, that's a $400 to 1 ROI. These aren't just good numbers. These are the kinds of wins that completely transform a business. This is why people run the gauntlet. Now, you don't get results like that by accident. That doesn't just happen. It comes from mastering a really, really complex game. So what does it look like when someone has truly mastered it? Let's take a look at a company that's been winning this game for almost 4 decades. I mean, what does 39 years of leadership in a space this tough even look like? 39 years? Just think about that for a second. That's surviving recessions, changes in government, endless new rules, to not just survive, but to lead in this environment for that long. For a company like MarketUS.com, that is a testament to some serious experience and grit. So this is the profile of a true leader. That 39 years, it's not just a number on a page, it means they've seen and navigated every single bureaucratic nightmare you can imagine. They're also a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business, which tells you a lot about their commitment and their character, and all that experience, it pays off. They're in the top 1% of their entire industry for GSA business. In fact, their expertise is so respected that the government actually asked them to help test the software and automated programs that are used today. So they're not just playing the game, they literally helped write the rules, and that level of expertise is what makes all the difference. Just listen to what one of their clients said. Your patience, sense of humor, and most of all your expertise made what could have been an impossible task both manageable and successful. Think about the words they chose: patience, humor, expertise. Remember how we called this process complicated, messy, and stressful? Well, that is the exact antidote you need. That kind of guidance is what separates the winners from the 60% who make nothing. So this brings it all back home. It brings it back to you and your business. We've laid out the brutal challenges, and we've seen the absolutely incredible rewards. Now it's decision time. Is this journey actually for you? And really, this all boils down to an honest look in the mirror for your business. So, who's the ideal candidate? Well, you're an established business or a thriving startup. You've been around at least 2 years. There is a secret for that also. Your finances are stable. You have the people and the money to put into compliance and marketing. Now, who should wait? If you're a brand new startup, if cash flow is tight, if you need revenue yes, this isn't for you, not right now anyway. You have to remember, a GSA contract is a long-term play. It is absolutely not a quick fix. So you've seen the risks and you've seen the rewards. Is your business built for the GSA journey? That's the question you have to answer. Look, the path is a gauntlet. There is no doubt about that, but for the right kind of business, the one that's prepared, paid, patient, and persistent, it can unlock a level of growth and stability that's pretty much impossible to find anywhere else. That $220 billion door, it's right there. The only question left is, are you ready to turn the key? Hi, I'm Nancy, and I hope I enticed you to learn more about the longest and easiest long-term contract to get. Act now. Visit MarketUS.com and schedule a no-obligation call to see if it is right